don't know why God always takes the good ones first. And man, I've tried to be strong and carry on, but damn, this hurts. And I just wish that I could talk to you again somehow, some way, even if it's for a moment, so I can hear you say, don't cry for me, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm better than you know. And this life can be short to ride, so don't waste it on sorrow. And just hold on to those moments and the memories we shared. We're both headed for the same place anyway. I just beat you there. I know they say, just give it a little time, you'll be okay. But that might be true. It don't really help me today. And we ain't supposed to question the man upstairs, but there's just so much I don't understand. It just don't seem fair. Don't cry for me, I'm alright. I'm better than you know. And this life can be short to ride, so don't waste it on sorrow. And just hold on to those moments and the memories we shared. We're both headed for the same place anyway. I just beat you there. And as each day goes by, I get a little bit stronger, but that don't stop me from wishing you were here a little bit longer. When I think of you, like I know you'd want me to. And I know you're watching over me in everything I do. And all those things I never got to say, well, I'll send them with this prayer. Then look up, wipe my tears and raise my beer. And I'll see you there. And I'll see you there.
Some of my greatest memories with Quinton, to voice over me drawing him. Yeah, that's the intro. Anyways, so one of our most favorite games to play was Mario Kart. And I remember one time he was babysitting me, and I remember my mom was like, okay, you boys can play or whatever, I'll be back in like 3 hours or whatever. Okay, whatever. So she leaves and we're like, alrighty, let's do this. And so we grab the chicken nuggets and fries, and we head to the couch. We're sitting, we're playing, okay? And so there are these two courses that we both liked. I liked the cool one that was like easygoing. He liked the Daredevil one, and he was like, let's play on this one. And I was like, no, I want to play on this one, it's cooler. And then he was like, okay, let's do this thing, alright? And so he whips out his phone, right? And he puts a timer on his phone for 5 minutes. And he says, for 5 minutes, we're going to play my track. And then 5 minutes, we're going to play yours. And I'm like, okay. And I remember those intense feelings of, oh my gosh, when is his 5 minutes going to be over? When can we play my track, man? I just want to play it. Another great memory from Mario Kart I have. I remember we were over at his house, and I remember we were playing. I remember we were selecting our character, and since he was so good back then, I just assumed that since I was so gullible, I assumed whatever character he picked was the best one. And I remember him saying to me, Toad is the best one. Toad will always win. And I'm like, nuh-uh, there's no way. And so then he's like, yeah, Toad is the best, and I'm gonna beat you. And I'm like, there's no way you'll beat Luigi. Luigi's the best, because I always played by myself at home, and I always made the computer players easy. So he was like, okay, I'll go easy on you. He totally didn't and immediately won. And I was like, whoa, Toad is so good. And still to this day, I play as Toad just to remember that memory. Another game we played a lot was Super Smash Brothers. And I remember one camp out, he brought out his Switch and he was like, do you want to play Smash Bros? And I was like, yeah. And so we're sitting there playing, and I remember the intense feelings of everybody watching us, and they were like, do you boys want some s'mores? And we were like, no, we're watching Sonic beat up Mario, because we always pick Sonic and Mario because they're rivals and whatever. One last one I have is actually from Christmas. I bet the family will remember this one. Avery was going to get a tissue, right? Well, the tissue was right next to the candle that was lit. I bet you can imagine how that went. And so she goes to get it, and doesn't the tissue catch fire? And she's screaming, and she don't know what to do with it. So she throws it in the direction of the couch. And now the couch is on fire. So now we're all worrying what's going on. So we get the fire out. There's still a burn mark on the couch to this day if you want evidence. And then everybody's just silent, looking at each other and making sure everybody's okay. Then Quinton yells out with, that whole situation could have been avoided if we put the cap back on the candle before she threw it. So yeah, those were a couple of Quinton memories to just, go over and glorify. And I hope you enjoy watching the rest of this speed drawing. I'll see you here, because I'm actually probably here watching this. Bye!
Can't believe that you got me in a suit and tie. I had to take a pull so I wouldn't cry. You got a line out the church door saying goodbye. Yeah, I believe them when they say you're in a better place. You had a wild side, but you had amazing grace. I know you're way off up in them clouds, but if you could still hear me right now, I hope you hit those ghost streets on 2 wheels. I hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make them wonder how you got in. Hide your beer, hide your clear from the man upstairs. Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. looking for a crew like we had. Bunch of noise making boys that like to live fast. Burning rubber in a parking lot. Man, I don't know if the other side's ready or not, but I hope you hit those gold streets on two wheels. I hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make 'em wonder how you got in. Hide your beer, hide your clear from a man upstairs. Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. I was there when you raised your hand. Heads bowed, singing just as I am. Walking that aisle, praying that prayer. Man, it ain't right, but if you gotta be there, I hope you hit those gold streets on two wheels. Hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make 'em wonder how you got in. Hide your beer, hide your clear from a man upstairs. Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. I was there when you raised your hand. Heads bowed, singing just as I am. Man, it ain't right, man, it ain't fair. I'll see you again, but till then, give heaven some hell.
So I think what I'm going to remember the most about Quinton is that the evolution of Aunt Mimi started with Connor and Quinton. Connor was my first nephew and Quinton was my second nephew. And I had loved being Aunt Mimi, and I knew that when I found out from Davy and Jen that there was a second bundle coming, that I was going to enjoy being an Aunt Mimi to that person too. And I can remember going to the hospital and seeing you for the first time and holding you and thinking to myself, how is it possible to love something so much that you'd never met? But it was. And I did. You were the sweetest, most adorable little boy. You were just a beautiful baby. And you grew to be a beautiful person. And that's hard to do. But Quinton did it. Quinton did it. He was a beautiful person on the inside, who he was in his soul. And that's impressive. And that makes me proud to be Aunt Mimi. To someone who had the ability to draw people in, the natural ability to draw people in just by being who he was. Which was just good. Just good. And I'm going to remember all the times of family dinners and get-togethers and Bubba eating food off of his plate so that he could get down, so that he ate enough and could get down to play and do whatever. I'm going to remember all of those things about him. But I think what I'm going to remember the most is just how good he was as a human. And how proud it makes me to be his Aunt Mimi. And I will hold those memories of him playing and growing and making funny faces and doing silly things. I'm going to hold all of those things very close to my heart. Because I will see you again. But until then, rest, sweet boy. Aunt Mimi loves you. And I will see you again.
I can hear the words you speak when the west wind whispers. I can hear your voice ring clear in the evergreens. Am I who you thought I'd be? Am I what you pictured? Did you have me standing here in your wildest dreams? Oh, oh, oh. Just like a memory, you never left me. You just left too soon. I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels. You're written in my soul. It's your blood that I bleed. Wherever you are, wherever I'll be, I'll save you a seat. So I still get shivers, running like a family car down our Corvette day. Did you find mom up there? Tell me, are you with her? I wonder if the ones who go miss the ones who stay. Oh, oh, oh. Just like a memory, you never left me. You just left too soon. I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels. You're written in my soul. It's your blood that I bleed. Wherever you are, wherever I'll be, I'll save you a seat. I'll save you a seat next to me. You're always at the table. Hope you're proud of what you see. Watching with the angels.
My favorite thing about Quinn was how he'd always call me Saeed, the name my mom was going to pick out for me, and it just always made me laugh, and I think that's something I'm going to miss a lot about him. Just wish I could hear that one last time.
My favorite thing about Quinton is that he would always make people's days better, and he'd like light up the room whenever he'd walk in it, and just made everyone so happy. And something I really loved doing with him is working with him. Like, if we were on the same schedule, like, it made me so happy because he would always make me happy at work and like cheer me up to the point where I want to be there. And just like hanging out outside of work, and we would always go to Walmart and stuff together with a few friends, and it was always super fun because he was always just so happy, and it made me happy.
Are you blowing out candles, wishing for the same thing you always do? Saying you feel 25, man, time flies, and God, ain't that the truth? Did they throw you a party, and are you trying to run from the spotlight? I hope you got a drink in your hand with some long lost friends, but from us down here tonight. Oh, happy heavenly birthday to you. I miss you every single day, but this one's hard to get through. Now you're never forget to send a happy heavenly birthday to you. Another trip around the sun, and sometimes the tears still fall, but then the memories and miles turn them into a smile, and for a second it's like you ain't gone. And I hope you got your wings, halo fits. I hope you're hearing this. So happy heavenly birthday to you. I miss you every single day, but this one's hard to get through. Now you're where angels are meant to be. I'll never forget to send a happy heavenly birthday to you. Oh, happy heavenly birthday to you. I miss you every single day. It's always gonna be too soon. Now you're where angels are meant to be. I'll never forget to send a happy heavenly birthday to you.
There's so many things that I could say about Quinton, knowing him since I think we figured out 3 years old, babysitting and becoming part of my family. There's been so many good memories with him, but I think the one that sticks out probably the most and is my favorite is when we went and did his senior pictures. And he just took the lead, picking places where he wanted them, posing himself, and he would change poses so fast before my camera would even reset itself for me to focus and take another picture. And he was all about the serious face, and it was just really funny to see him kind of just in this element that I never would have guessed for him to do so well at. But it was a lot of fun, and it was one of the last things that I got to do with him when I was home visiting in October. So I'm really glad that we made the decision to, on a whim, on a rainy Sunday morning, just go out and take the pictures. Will be definitely something that I cherish for a long time. So Q, I love you and I miss you very much, and I am jealous a little bit of you getting to be where you are. There we go.
I just love Quinton so much, and all my grandchildren. And of course, we know the funniest story was my last time in the last summer when he took me to the wrong restaurant. We drove to Cousin Basil's instead of the Clarion River Lodge. I got to spend time with them. I just wish things could be different.
I wish you were here for me to tell you this. I think I did tell you this a couple times. But my most favorite thing about you was your sense of humor. Among many things. There were so many wonderful things. But your sense of humor always stood out. It was dry and sort of cynical. It reminded me of an old British gentleman, a retired individual perhaps sitting on his porch, maybe making fun of people walking by. I honestly didn't even realize the things you said were funny until a few moments after you said them. And then I'd look at you, and you had the funniest little smirk. It's what made you so unique to me. I also appreciated every single time I would perhaps bribe you or ask you to entertain the little kids. You never, ever said no. Caden remembers that too. You never said no. You never even, got annoyed. Well, out loud, you didn't get annoyed. I'm sure in your head you were thinking, here we go again with all these kids. But you just did it, whether you wanted to or not. I miss you. But I'm so grateful that you get to spend your days in paradise with no pain or suffering. I'm so grateful for that. It doesn't make it easy missing you. But I like to think of where you are and how you're spending your days. It can make it easier. I look forward to seeing you again.
Hard to think about even what to say. Quinton was such a sweet boy. He was very quick-witted, smart, very helpful whenever Grandma needed something or someone needed something. He was so good with Avery, taking care of her from day one, and he's really going to be missed. I can't even imagine what Jen and Andrew have to deal with right now, but just prayers, for them and for the whole family. And one day we're going to see him again. Okay, we got to keep our ducks all in a row so that we can join him in heaven.
Where to even begin with memories, impacts, lessons that Quinton has taught me? From the minute he walked in my house and said, "Hey, Hunter's mom, I'm Q, and I'm your favorite now," he had my heart.
Jen and David, this is what I'd like to say to Quinton. I miss your sweet face and your mischievous smile. Some of my favorite memories of you are in shepherd or wiseman costumes. You and Connor singing Little Drummer Boy with Connor on the drums. Family gatherings with you, playing with all the cousins, laughter, noise, and making funny faces for the camera. I want more time with you, so I'll sit on your bench beside your memorial tree in my yard and remember you with all the love in my heart. This song that you and Connor are singing in the background will be extra special for me now, because your next waking thought will be when Christ returns. The Bible says the dead in Christ will rise first when he comes again, and then God's people who are living will rise up in the air with them to meet Jesus in the air. And that's where I'll meet you, Quinton, and pray all the rest of the family will be there too. I love you, baby.